Big updates are hitting your devices right now. Apple just dropped iOS 26.4.2 and iPadOS 26.4.2 to squash critical bugs and patch a serious security flaw that could have exposed your deleted Signal messages. If you are still running an older version, iOS 18.7.8 is also ready for your download. So get those backups running immediately to keep your data safe and secure.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Planning a trip abroad? You need to hear about the massive power of Apple Intelligence and its live translation feature. This game-changing tool is built right into your iPhone, enabling real-time translations during phone calls, FaceTime, and even in-person chats using your AirPods. It works offline, keeps your privacy locked down, and is essentially your own personal pocket interpreter for your next vacation. Are you feeling completely burnt out by your smartphone? We are diving into the growing movement of month offline, where people are literally locking their iPhones in boxes and trading them for dumb flip phones to escape the grip of big tech algorithms. You will not believe how this experiment is changing lives, forcing people to find real-world connections and sparking a massive culture shift away from constant digital distraction. Finally, the tech world is facing a massive shakeup as Apple CEO Tim Cook prepares to step down, leaving John Ternus to steer the future of the iPhone. We are also breaking down why Maine just banned data centers and looking at why the AI hype cycle might finally be hitting its limit. Do not miss these stories. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell to stay ahead of everything happening in the world of technology. Ever feel like your deleted messages aren't actually gone? Well, Apple just dropped a massive reminder to keep your devices locked down. iOS 26.4.2 and iPadOS 26.4.2 are officially out, and while they might look like just another routine update, there is a serious security patch hiding under the hood. It turns out, there was a nasty bug where deleted Signal messages were actually sticking around in your notification history, leaving your private conversations exposed. If you value your privacy, this is a non-negotiable download. For those of you still holding on to older versions, don't worry. Apple hasn't forgotten you, as they have also released iOS and iPadOS 18.7.8 to keep those devices patched up. Now, for the Mac users out there, you're currently safe on macOS Tahoe 26.4.1, as we are still waiting to see if a corresponding 26.4.2 update hits your desktop. Before you dive into the installation, do yourself a favor. Back up your data to iCloud. These updates range anywhere from 500 megabytes to a full gigabyte, so depending on your internet speed and device, it might take a moment. We have noticed some reports of the update process crawling on certain iPads, so keep that in mind if you are on a tight schedule. You can grab this via the standard settings menu, or if you like to live on the bleeding edge, you can manually flash it using IPSW files directly from Apple's servers. As usual, the release notes are frustratingly vague, simply citing general bug fixes. But given that notification privacy exploit, I would not wait to hit that update button. Have you noticed any weird glitches or improvements since you installed the patch? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech insights delivered straight to your feed. After all, in a world of constant security threats, a few minutes of maintenance today can save you a world of trouble tomorrow. Ever felt that cold sweat when you're staring at a menu in a foreign language and realize you have absolutely no idea what you're ordering? We've all been there, but Apple might have finally just killed the language barrier for good. Before you book your next flight, you need to talk about Apple's live translation feature. It's not just another gimmick, it's a total game changer for anyone tired of fumbling with clunky translation apps in the middle of a street conversation. Powered by Apple Intelligence, this tech is baked right into the core of your iPhone. We're talking about real-time translation for your texts, FaceTime calls, and even standard phone conversations. But here is the kicker that makes it actually useful. It runs entirely on your device. That means your private chats stay private, and if you're smart enough to download your language packs ahead of time, it works flawlessly in remote areas where your bars have completely disappeared. You'll need an iPhone 15 Pro or newer, And if you want the ultimate experience, pair it with some AirPods Pro 2 or 4 to turn your conversations into a seamless, two-way flow. Imagine speaking into your earbud and having a local hear your words in their native tongue instantly. The feedback online is already wild, with users saying they're absolutely floored by how natural it feels. Setting it up is a breeze. Just ensure you're on the latest iOS, head into your Apple Intelligence settings, and grab those offline language packs in the Translate app before you leave. It's simple, it's secure, and it might just be the most valuable travel companion you'll ever pack. So, have you tried this out on your travels yet, or are you still relying on a pocket dictionary? Hit that subscribe button for more tech tips that actually save your vacation, and remember, the world is a lot smaller when you can actually understand it. Picture this: your high-powered, infinitely scrolling, notification-pinging smartphone is locked away in a yellow cardboard box for 30 days. No Instagram, no emails, no doom scrolling. Just you, a clunky flip phone, and the terrifying, beautiful silence of your own thoughts. I recently dove into the world of Month Offline, a real-life experiment where people pay $75 to essentially divorce their iPhones. We're talking about a group of mostly millennials and Gen Zers in Brooklyn, signing a pledge to trade dopamine for daylight. It sounds like a digital detox retreat, but it's actually something far more interesting: a deliberate, and often painful, act of attention activism. Here's the catch, or rather, the friction. Using a dumb phone in 2024 is an exercise in intentional frustration. I'm talking about getting lost in the city because your map app is a pixelated nightmare, or missing a life-changing text from your sister because your group chat glitched. It's inconvenient. It's annoying. And honestly, it's exactly why it works. We spend our weekly meetings decorating our flip phones with rhinestones and crayons, sharing our friction moments like support group members. And yes, at first, I felt ridiculous. I missed my iPhone. I felt disconnected. But then something strange happened. The constant, low-level hum of anxiety started to fade. I read more, I looked up at the buildings instead of my screen, and I actually talked to strangers. My screen time dropped from 4 hours a day to less than 20 minutes. But the real takeaway isn't just about hating technology. It's about questioning why we've allowed our devices to become the mandatory gatekeepers of our reality. One of our facilitators, a former therapist, hit the nail on the head. For many of us, the scrolling isn't for fun, it's a distraction from ourselves. Once you strip away the algorithm, you're forced to face the boredom, the happiness, and the reality you were trying to hide from. So, is this the end of the smartphone era? Probably not. But there's a growing subculture of people who are deciding they've had enough of the digital prison. Some of my friends have already switched to flip phones, and I've kept mine even after the program ended. It's not about being a Luddite, it's about reclaiming your brain from the attention economy. If you could trade your smartphone for a month of genuine, uninterrupted focus, would you take the deal? Or are you too terrified of what you might find when the screen finally goes black? Ever feel like your iPhone is just an extension of your own hand? Well, everything you know about that device might be about to change. Tim Cook is officially stepping down, and with hardware veteran John Turnus stepping into the CEO role, we have to ask, is Apple pivoting back to its roots? When Apple makes a move, the entire tech world jumps to copy them, so having an engineer at the helm could mean a complete shift in how your phone looks, feels, and functions. It is the end of an era, but perhaps the start of a much more tactile one. But it is not just hardware that is getting weird. Have you heard of the band Geese? They went from virtual unknowns to playing Coachella in a heartbeat, but a new Wired report suggests their rise might have been a bit too perfect. We are living in the age of trend simulation, where the line between organic discovery and manufactured hype has completely blurred. It leaves us all with a lingering sense of unease. When you find a new favorite song, did you actually discover it, or were you just fed it by an algorithm? The machinery behind fame has never been quieter or more effective. Speaking of machinery, the AI gold rush is hitting some very real-world roadblocks. Maine just became the first state to hit the brakes on large data centers, citing everything from skyrocketing electricity bills to environmental strain. And they are not alone. Power and hardware shortages are forcing a major rethink across the U.S. Even the AI giants are feeling the pinch, with OpenAI pulling the plug on its Sora app due to sheer costs. When a footwear company like Allbirds tries to rebrand as an AI compute infrastructure firm, you know the bubble is reaching peak absurdity. Are these just growing pains, or is the AI hype cycle finally crashing into the hard, cold reality of physics and finance? If you want to keep up with these shifts, join us on the interface. Every Thursday, Thomas Germain, Karen Howe, and Nikki Wolf break down the tech stories that are quietly rewiring our world. No jargon, no filler, just the truth. Catch us on BBC Sounds, BBC Com, or your favorite podcast app, and hit that subscribe button to keep up with the conversation. Now, I have to ask you, do you think we are still in control of the tech we use, or has the algorithm already made the choice for us?